All right, part 3 of the local SEO essentials checklist. In previous videos, I talked about how to optimize your Google business profile. Then I talked about how to optimize your website. Now we're going to get into local link building. So there's a lot of information out there about link building. How do you build backlinks? What makes a good backlink? What makes a bad backlink? Should we pay for backlinks? There's a lot of that information out there. And I'm really going to have a local business focus. So if you're looking to do this for another type of website that's not a local business, then this might not be the right strategy. Some of the fundamentals still apply, but I'm specifically going to be talking about local link building. I'm going to go over exactly what we do at our agency that's gotten our clients really great results, specifically for dentists, home service-based companies. This strategy has worked and has really skyrocketed not only their website traffic, but it's also helped their Google business profile rank as well. Stay tuned because I'm going to be talking about exactly what we do, how to get these links, how to find them, how to build them, and how to really do it yourself with only a few hours of work. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe. Please watch part 1 and part 2 that I did on the Google business profile and the website optimization. This is the third and final part that I'm going to be doing on the local SEO essentials. But anyway, let's go ahead and hop into local link building. So before I start, let's talk about what a backlink is. So a backlink is essentially any other website on the internet that is linking back to yours. So this could be social media, this could be a directory like Yellow Pages or Yelp. This can also be someone else's website that's referencing yours. Anytime another website just has a link back to yours, that is what is known as a backlink. Backlinks are pretty important for SEO because they essentially tell search engines, particularly Google, that your site is popular and your site is valuable enough to be linked to. Now, not all links are created equal. Some links hold more weight than others. For instance, it's not about the total number of links you have, it's about the relevance and quality of those links. And when it comes down to relevance and quality, it's all about the traffic that that link actually drives to your business. Just because you went out and got 100 links or 200 links or whatever it may be, doesn't mean that's going to do anything to your website. If people aren't actually on that website and following it through to your website and sending you traffic, that link doesn't hold a lot of weight. Now, we can get into the discussion of relevancy also, but really it's about the traffic that that link is driving to your website. That's really the number one thing you should consider. Again, that's why you see a site that has over 300 referring domains still not getting a whole lot of traffic to account for that, because you would think that that many referring domains would be driving way more traffic to the website, but it's just the bulk of those referring domains aren't sending anything back to the website that it's linking to. So that's just something to keep in mind when it comes to the value of a link. So going back to something that we like to tell clients about backlinks and referring domains, the difference between these two is referring domains are the total number of different domains that are actually linking to your website, whereas backlinks are how many times those 99 are linking to your website. So one website could be linking to you 10 times, and that can be happening multiple times throughout this 99, and that's why this number is higher than this number. So now that we've talked a little bit about what these links are, let's talk about if we were to start with a brand new client or someone that hasn't built any links before, or someone who has very little links or very little traffic, these are the exact steps that we would go through first. So the first thing is you have to have all of your top social media profiles created and optimized. This means making sure you have your Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, Pinterest, X, or Twitter, and TikTok profiles. Now, TikTok might be optional. Not everyone will have that or want to set that up. So that's totally fine. It's the same with Twitter. It's not as important, and we've actually skipped it for a few people. But you absolutely should have a Facebook. You should have Instagram. You should have LinkedIn. You should have YouTube, and you should have Pinterest. We strongly believe you should have all of those set up. When you set up your social media profiles, make sure you've done everything you absolutely can. So the cover photo, making sure the name and logo are set up and they look good, making sure you've included your website, all of your contact information, add some pictures. Just do everything you can to make those social media profiles look good and you'll be fine. So the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to find the top directories. So what is a top directory? A top directory is anything that shows up when you type in your specific industry and then companies near me. If you're a dentist, it would be, dental offices near me or something like that. But when you type that in and you scroll down, you'll notice that there are a lot of listings that say, the best 10. 10 best, top 10. That's what a top directory is, and that's what we're referring to. So any results you see in this list that are not a business, you're going to want to click them and make sure that your business is actually represented in this list. The reason why it's important is because customers are actually using these websites to find businesses. And so if you're not there, you're missing out on a great source for traffic, not only to your business, but to your website. Customers, when they're looking at lists like this, they prefer it because they can easily compare everything in one place. It's also the reason why Google Maps is very important. When you're looking for a restaurant or you're looking for a place to eat, you're typically going to go through the Google Maps and look at the reviews, look at the pictures, and just try and compare and contrast all in one place. That's very similar to what sites like Angie's, Yelp, and etc. They all do that too. And so you just want to make sure that your business is not only on there, but that it's optimized with the correct information. So you're going to want to make a list of all the sites that you can find like this. I would really just go through a few pages of Google to see what shows up. If you're having trouble finding some, you can also just type in top 10 and do the same thing and see if any other websites show up. And for any places where you find your existing information, go in and update it, because it could be the case that you were working with a previous agency in the past. You could have created this way back when, or sometimes people like Yelp will just sign you up. You need to go in, claim your profile, optimize it, and make sure it has the most accurate information and a link to your website. So oddly enough, we've been able to get clients to rank in the top 3 of Google Maps just with these first 4. We didn't even have to go down and do any of these other things because their Google Business Profile was so strong. They had hundreds of reviews. We optimized it. Their website was really good. And this is where we stopped. And then we had seen their Google Business rankings increase, and they were able to bring in a lot of traffic. However, when it comes to website ranking and when it comes to just really covering all your bases in terms of local SEO, I would certainly recommend still completing the rest of this list, because this is really what's going to give you that extra push when it comes to being really competitive and being competitive in a very populous area for a competitive niche. So let's talk about citation building next. A citation is essentially any website that has your name, address, phone number, and website on it. These usually serve as directories so that customers, again, can find what they're looking for. But these citations also provide mentions of your business that can help for branding, and they can help your website as well. So not everyone uses all of the citations out there. There are hundreds of citations. Some are stronger than others. Citations are more secondary. They're still important for local SEO, but I would say they're not really the make or break for your local SEO. Also, we found that you don't have to have every single thing consistent and the same. We have multiple clients that are ranking very high, and their citations are better than when we started, but not quite perfect. But they're still ranking really, really high. And in some cases, they're the number 1 in their suburb. So building these citations really helps just to have more mentions out there, more backlinks out there, and more things that can potentially get picked up by Google. So how do we build citations? We really just go to a site like BrightLocal. We make sure to get all of the aggregators, and then we also come down and we select any new citations that are available to the client. This client is a fresh business. They haven't built any citations whatsoever, so we can really just pick anything. But if there were existing citations, BrightLocal also allows you to go in and clean up the existing citation so you can fix the address and turn it into something that is actually accurate now. We do like to do this because you never know if a customer will actually stumble across a citation. So it is great to have accurate business information in there. But again, the majority of customers are probably going to land in a top directory. So citations should be secondary. You should take care of these 2 things, and then you can get into your citations. BrightLocal isn't the only thing you can use. You can use WhiteSpark, you can use Loganix, and you can also use Fat Joe. So the second way to do citations is to just build them manually. You can go to Google and type in your industry and then citations Bright Local. I think that Bright Local has great lists for just about any niche out there. So just click the top result. You'd see a list of all of the citations that they would consider the top. And you can click each one of these and then just go through the process of signing your business up and claiming your listing. Okay, so now that we have our citations done, let's talk about earned links. Now, this is probably the hardest. Well, no, it's definitely the hardest way to build links. It takes a lot of manual work, it takes a lot of networking, and it takes a lot of relationship building. In all honesty, it's just like growing your business, except you're growing your website. And so this is going to involve different things such as talking to your network, getting involved in your community, reaching out to different websites and reaching out to different press outlets to actually get mentions. It takes a lot of manual work. So I'll just kind of touch on these different things here and provide kind of some insights into what we do. This is actually how a ton of agencies do it. They have a network. So they either have a network of other blogs that they work with, other sites that they work with, or they just have their own sites that they're using that whenever they sign a new client, they just go and get a link from that other site. This is the vast, I mean, I'm telling you, this is what a lot of people do because it's the easiest way to do it. I recommend that you also do this. The first thing you want to do is just ask yourself, okay, who are all of the different business owners that I know? Do they have websites? Do they have blogs? And is there a way to link to each other? And so, for instance, if you helped them with something or you donated to them or you sponsored an event or you did something, then you can ask them, hey, is it possible that you link back to us, right? Is there a blog post you can write? Is there a page you can set up? Is there something that you can do to get this done? And you can also, in exchange, offer a link to their website as well. So that's one way to do it. Additionally, if you're out networking, if you end up developing a relationship with the people that you meet, you can also look for link opportunities that way. Now, it depends on who it is. Not everyone's blogging, not everyone's doing this sort of thing, but you just want to be asking people you know and then asking people you may meet out in the community. Additionally, you want to attend events, you want to sponsor different things, you may want to donate, just anything you can do to get mentioned on someone's website or get a thanks from someone. That also helps to get links. And the best thing about these two types of links, these actually are going to be links that are local. So these are businesses that are located in the same area that you are, the same metro area. And these are events that are local. So everything is localized. It's not like you're paying someone to get a link to a website that's over in the United Kingdom, or you're paying to get a Canadian link or a link from India or anything like that. You're actually getting links from people who are real businesses. These are real events, these are real things that happen, and you actually contributed to that event or that business. As far as localization, it's extremely valuable for your business. So community engagement, I mean, that also means getting involved with your local chamber, getting listed on their website, getting put into their publications. I mean, there should be a ton of things you can do in your community to get listed in their publications, get put out there, and just really get your name spread around, because another key factor of local SEO is how much offline engagement you actually have with your brand. So this is why you have to get involved in your community, because the more activity that you're generating offline, the more opportunity you have to be able to create links for online. So you have to get people talking offline before the online stuff starts to really pick up, if that makes sense. This is why one of our clients is actually experiencing a lot of traffic for not a lot of referring domains. They only have 29. But that's because they've put in the work offline to get people talking about their business and going out and seeking it out on their own whenever they go do a Google search. So you have to get people talking offline. So for instance, if you do something newsworthy and you get in the press, that's going to get people talking. Now, the press article can link to your website as well, and that will help. But just the people talking and searching for you is going to be incredible. Now, when it comes to outreach, that's something that is a little more difficult, but first you need to understand who your target customer is, and then you can start doing searches on Google for those link opportunities. So the first thing is, let's say that most of your customers are moms, they're parents, and they're people who need to, do something for their kids or buy something for their kids or something for the house or whatever it may be. You can search for something like mom blogs in Kansas City, and you can just start doing your research. So you can find things here, you can find things just on Google. But what you're doing is you're just trying to make a list of all of these different blogs. And once you find one, you need to actually reach out to that blog. Now, you can give them a pitch that just says, hey, this is what we do, this is what we're involved in. I'd really love to be featured. Let's see if we can collaborate. But again, the more work you've done in your community in building up your presence, building up your reviews, building up, how known you are, the easier this is going to be, because they're not really going to engage you if they don't know who you are, or when they look for you, what they see is not anything that's very impressive. Doing outreach yourself is pretty difficult and it takes a lot of time. So you could outsource this to someone else. Typically, you'll find a freelancer, you can find someone on Upwork, or you can go to a link building site. There's plenty of them out there. You've got something like No BS Links. You've also got Loganix, which they also do link building. You can go to Authority Builders. There's tons of websites out there that will actually do the outreach. They'll write the pitch. They'll actually get in touch with them, and then they'll actually help you build that link back to your website. But that is going to be the more expensive route. A lot of times links can be anywhere from $200 to $300 for a link that's very valuable. However, depending on what niche you're in, that could be well worth the investment for helping to grow your website. I wouldn't recommend paying for cheap links because, again, links aren't going to make much of a difference for your website unless they're actually going to drive traffic. And so you can pay for a $20, $40, $50 link, but if that link doesn't do anything and no one comes to your website as a result of that link, it's not going to make much of a difference, and you will have just paid 50, 60, 70 bucks for almost no benefit. Really, the true way to do local link building is get your social media profiles taken care of, get your top directories taken care of. Next, I would do citation building. I would really start to get involved in the community, because if you're known offline, this also makes your outreach easier, because you can then point to something that you did in the community or how you're involved in the community. And that makes your outreach pitch so much stronger than you just going in cold, not having done any of that other stuff prior. But you can also outsource the outreach piece. If you have the budget to do so, I would certainly recommend just going to a link provider and having them build links for you. But this is really where the magic happens when it comes to earned links. So that's really all I wanted to talk about. I have a new link to this sheet. So I updated this sheet. So if you have the old sheet and you're watching this video, download the new sheet below. It's going to contain this new list for the citation and links part. All of these first three tabs, competitor sheet, Google Business Profile, and website, that's all the same. I didn't change that, but this changed to reflect a better link building approach that I feel is the most effective and closely follows what we've actually done for clients in the past. So that's all I've got for this video. If you have any questions about building links, how to find good link opportunities, how to do some of any of these tactics and tasks that I've put in here, please feel free to reach out to me at our website, which is techie.com. That link is going to be in the description below. Also, don't forget to watch part 1 and part 2 of my local SEO Essentials series. And if you found value in this video, please like, please subscribe. I'm going to be coming out with more valuable local marketing content. And I thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.